Barrister Nsoh, you are welcome again. The podium is yours.
I will, I will, I will start where I ended. I will say the impact of 1972 fraudulent referendum and fraudulent 20th May Independence Day, or whatever they call it in La République du Cameroon, is in three different headings. Number one, the political dismantling of the Southern Cameroons. Number two, the economic dismantling of the economic structures of the Southern Cameroons. And number three, the complete loss of the sovereignty of the Southern Cameroons. We have independence, but our sovereignty was stolen by the new colonizers, La République du Cameroon. I had already given you the part of the economic dismantling. I will continue with the economic dismantling by also talking about the Gulf of Guinea. La République discovered oil in our territory in the 1970s or even a little bit before. And that is why La République and France started scheming to abolish the federation. Because if they maintain that federation, they will not be able to drill that oil, they will not be able to benefit from that oil in the Southern Cameroons. Therefore, after they did it, they gave all kinds of concessions to their partners, their fraudulent partners in Europe and America to start drilling oil in our territory, which is the Gulf of Guinea. You had F. Sereka was one of the first, or was the first to start drilling, followed by Pectin. And somewhere along the line, Pectin sold to Adak, which are the Chinese. And somewhere along the line, the Russians came in. And those are the people that are drilling and taking our oil in the Gulf of Guinea as we speak. La République made that possible by abolishing the federation and scheming to take away our economic live wire. They took away our economic infrastructure, like I just said. And let me just name them quickly again. Produce Marketing Board, Cameroon Bank, PowerCam, WADA, UNFVA in DOP, you name them. Santa Coffee Estate, the selling away of all the buildings and all the structures of Produce Marketing Board to their francophone brothers, Bamilekes more especially, and the structures we had in Bota sold to their CPDM cohorts. They created a liquidation to liquidate all our territory, all the economic live wire of our territory. Lastly, PWD was closed down, and all the equipment that the Southern Cameroons had to repair their roads and infrastructure were scattered to Yaoundé, and they created what they call Marc Genie, which did nothing anymore in the Southern Cameroons. Therefore, the dilapidating roads that we have in the Southern Cameroons is as a result of the closing down of PWD. That is the economic dismantling of the economic structures of the Southern Cameroons. Politically, first, Ahidjo illegally removed an elected prime minister who was elected in parliament and elected as prime minister, Augustin Ngomjoa, from the West Cameroon House of Assembly, and replaced him with an elected member in the name of Solomon Tandem Mona, who we all know up to now was the biggest black leg traitor of the Southern Cameroon's cause. Well, he deceived him that he was going to make him prime minister so that he becomes the president of, he replaces him in the presidency of La République de Cameroon, and it was never was, because Paul Biya was appointed the prime minister who replaced Ahijo. The idea was to completely assimilate the southern Cameroons. Sovereignty, we lost the federation, therefore we're out of the union, the de facto union. There was no union, but a de facto union created by the forces of La République de Cameroon, which came to colonize us on the 30th of September 1961. And of course, the imposition of the so-called 1961 Federation, which they violated, is Article 47. So after 1972, we were living in limbo. We were neither in a union with La République de Cameroon, and we didn't have our sovereignty. What did they do? They created all kinds of structures. United Republic of Cameroon. From the United Republic of Cameroon to, in 1964, Barr concretized the assimilation by going back to the country that we supposedly joined in 1961, La République du Cameroon, which is the name of La République du Cameroon today, as we know it. That's not all. In 1984, La République officially ceded from the union, if there was ever any union. There was a de facto union which had no legal basis. They completely ceded, and we had no choice but to restore the independence that was accorded us by the United Nations General Assembly of the 21st of April, 1961. That is how we lost our sovereignty, and we are now fighting to regain that sovereignty. How are we fighting? We did not start a war. I repeat, we did not start a war. Our people came out and demonstrated on the 22nd of September 2017. They were met with fire and brimstone, and so many were killed. And when we came out on 1st of October 2017 to restore our sovereignty, what happened? La République, with helicopter gunships supplied to them by the United States, completely wiped our youths. 122 youths were killed on that day, both in Boya, Bamenda, and all the other hotspots in the southern Cameroons. And that's not all. What did they do? On the 13th of November 2017, Paul Biya declared war on the southern Cameroon. And that war is being fought up to today. What have they done to us? These are all the impacts of 1972. What did that war do to us? They burned more than 500 villages. They killed more than 65,000 people of our people. Our people are displaced externally and internally. Look at the way a young man was describing our people in Yaoundé, that we are dirty, we're this and that, and that and that. Our people are displaced in La République du Cameroon, running away from the war that La République unleashed on us. That La République unleashed on us. They committed genocide in Gabu, in Bali, in Babankitungo, in Santa, in Mato, in Kondo Titi, in Kumba. They killed our students just like they killed our students in Kondo Titi. These are the atrocities that La République has unleashed on us, and they are continuing to unleash on us. But there's light in the tunnel. We are going to fight to the last man standing. We will unleash the lava of our blessed mountain given to us by God. We will unleash that lava on La République de Cameroon until they get out of our territory. Because they walked away from the talks that were ongoing were supposed to be ongoing in Geneva, and they never was, because La Republique walked away. For 2 years, we were waiting for La Republique to meet us on the table, and they didn't show up, and the end result was to walk away. They have been doing everything to destroy this interim government so that we will not have a voice. No, they have not succeeded in any shape or form. The government is in firm control of the southern Cameroons, and this time around, we are no longer defending. We will go offensive. Offensive against the infrastructure of La Republique government on our territory. Offensive on any structure standing identified as La Republique du Cameroon. Offensive as to all the military installations that Barrister Tim talked about, beginning from Monya, Ekona, going up right to Kambe. All of them are legitimate targets, and we will bring them all down, and La Republique will be forced to come to the table. But we are not, I repeat, we are not begging for them to come to the table. They will come by force. If they don't come, so be it. Somaliland is living without recognition, without anything from anybody. So the Southern Cameroon can live. But we will have to bring down all the installations of all the oil installations in the Gulf of Guinea to stop La Republique and its criminal partners in the West that are exploiting, and in Russia that are exploiting our oil in our territory with all impunity and financing a war that is killing our people. We have lost more than 65,000 of our people, and we must revert the situation in the coming days, months, or years. We will fight to the last man standing. Let La Republique know that we are ready. We are ready. We are ready to re-establish our economic life wire, our political structure, and our sovereignty. Thank you very much.